Beasts of No Nation, a 2005 novel by Nigerian-American writer and physician Uzodinma Iweala, derives its title from Nigerian musician Fela Kuti's 1989 album of the same name. Initially conceived as the author's Harvard creative writing thesis, the book garnered critical acclaim early on. In 2006, Iweala received the New York Public Library's Young Lions Fiction Award, followed by recognition as one of Granta magazine's top 20 young American novelists in 2007. Set in an unnamed West African country and narrated in the first person, the novel centers on Agu, a young boy forced into becoming a child soldier amidst the onset of war in his village. While his mother and sister are evacuated by UN peacekeepers, Agu and his father are left behind to confront the brutal reality of armed conflict alongside other men from their community. Despite the grim prospects, they engage in battle, aware of the inevitable outcome. Agu's father orders him to flee, a directive he reluctantly follows, only to be discovered by rebel soldiers who conscript him into their ranks. As Agu grapples with the harsh demands of his new life, including a chilling initiation rite that forces him to kill an unarmed man, he reflects on his lost childhood dreams of becoming a doctor. Recalling his fondness for learning and the stark contrast between his former life and the atrocities of war, Agu navigates a path abruptly thrust into adulthood, all the while struggling to comprehend the larger political forces shaping his existence. At first, he believes that he will incur the wrath of God for killing others, but then he convinces himself that he is doing the work that God wants him to, as it is what soldiers are expected to do in wars. He strikes up a friendship with Strika, a mute boy. Together they experience the horrors of war. As time passes and becomes a blur, Agu loses any sense of how much time has elapsed since leaving his childhood behind and becoming a man at war. He would like to stop the unending chain of killings, but he knows that if he stops, he will be killed by the commander. Agu and the other men have little food and eat whatever they can find, from rats to small animals to people. They eat everything raw, for fear that starting a fire will attract attention. The water available to them is known to be contaminated. Agu, along with other child members of the battalion, are raped by the commander. Agu does not resist this abuse, as he fears being killed if he does. When the commander takes the battalion to the village in which he was born, they go to a brothel. When a prostitute stabs the commander's second-in-command officer as he is beating her, he is replaced by another soldier called Rambo. This man is so called because of his thirst for blood. When Rambo stages a successful revolt against the commander, Agu is finally able to escape the army. He and the other soldiers who have disbanded try to find their way home, with Agu eventually going off on his own. He finds his way to a missionary shelter operated by a preacher and a white woman, where he receives clothing, food, and rest. Gradually, his strength and health return. However, Agu no longer draws strength or inspiration from the Bible in the aftermath of his war experiences. Haunted by the crimes he committed during the conflict, he resolves to become a doctor, hoping to atone for his sins by saving lives. The Guardian described Beasts of No Nation as apocalyptic, presenting stark realities through carefully crafted images of senseless sacrifice, starvation, and degradation, particularly among soldiers. The novel is a poignant lament, culminating in Agu's surreal journey towards rehabilitation in its final chapter. It reads almost like a fable, blending brutal honesty with echoes of Amos Tutuola and Isaac Babel. Despite the unbearable brutality, Agu's voice provides profound moral reflection. Iweala suggests that amidst Agu's terrifying yet innocent narrative, silence would be even more chilling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.